Hi, everyone. This is Jim Gillis with WinMyVote, and this will be a real brief introduction to WinMyVote, how it works, focused mainly on the level playing field and how we can get money out of elections. So the best way to describe WinMyVote is that there's three main players on the platform. They're voters who sign up for free and get to get their own online, mobile, and social interactive sample ballot, right? So you'll see it in a second, but it's just a sample ballot with all the candidates on it. Candidates go up, they build their own profile the same way they would build a LinkedIn profile or a Facebook or a Twitter or online dating or whatever. But it's a real time. They can update, they can post stuff if they want, they can do issue statements, all of that type of stuff. And then groups and organizations go up, they have a group page. It functions very much like Facebook groups or even groups on Twitter. And then they can make endorsements that will be seen right on everyone's ballot. So this is what a ballot looks like. It actually looks a lot better. This is kind of a test site. But the way it works is that these candidates are all lined up side by side. So these are all the candidates who are running for mayor. And whether Scott here is spending $1 million or someone else may be spending 29,000 or maybe even 900, it won't really matter to me because this is where I'll decide for whom to vote. So I can see the candidates, I can click on their profiles, I can learn about them, I can watch videos, I can do all those things, I can share them with my friends, and I will rank them and favorite them and do everything right here on this level playing field. So again, let's say on this one, you got to pick the top 5 for this race in New York, and I can go through and I can say, okay, I want him to be my first, and if I want, I can write a recommendation and share him on social media. And let's say I want Andrew Yang as my second choice, and maybe I'll do an endorsement later for him. And then now I'm not sure about my third choice. So let's say I start reviewing these candidate profiles. I can click here, see what this candidate has to say, watch her video. I can click here and see where she stands on the issues and endorsements and for the record. And I can even look at her ballot, who she's voting for. And again, it's all opt-in, but I don't think there's a problem with that. Most people want to share and endorse. And I can do all those things, real easily, right from here. I can also kind of just use this Twitter style and just scroll down and see where she stands on the issues, or I can kind of, click to specific issues that I want to know about. I can scroll down and then I can even, rank those issues. So I can get a little number if maybe there's some really close race, I can refer back to that number. So here's another example. And again, since the candidates build and manage and maintain their own profiles, they can go real deep, right? So let's say maybe I don't agree with this candidate so much on this issue, but I see here that she has a full plan on ending eviction. So I decide, I'm going to click on that and I'm going to read that. And again, this can be as long as she wants. She can have 10, 15, 20 pages there. So I can take a super big deep dive on the policy and do all that. And then I can decide, you know what, I like her, I'm going to change to a 5, and then I can go on to endorsements. And I won't go into all of the features, but endorsements are pretty simple. These are all the groups and organizations and individuals that have endorsed this candidate, and I can watch videos or written endorsements real simply. I can also click here that says, trusted sources, my trusted sources, the groups and organizations that I opt into and that I choose. And the way that those work is that over here on trusted sources, I click that, and here is a library of groups and organizations and individuals that have made endorsements and that have shared those. And I can just start choosing, which ones I want to follow. So it's very much like Twitter. And these are all the groups that I pick, let's say. And let's say my friend here, Sally Jones, I can just click straight through and I can see all of her favorites, right? So this is kind of her voter guide where I can see them all. And you can see here that I have a couple of favorites, that are that I've already favorited that she is recommending as well. And again, these are only candidates that are on my ballot. Same thing with this, I can click and then I can also just watch the endorsement right there. I can also vote like this group if I want. Let's say if I really trust this group or I'm part of it or I follow it and I want to vote exactly like they are. They've done a ton of research. I can also at any time just, straighten that out and say, no, you know what, those are the two races. I want to spend a little bit more time with. But again, I can do all of that stuff, this way. So here's back to my trusted sources. And again, these are the groups and organizations. I can see where Carol stands on this candidate, where Ethan Behrman, I can watch his video about why I should vote for this candidate. And now I can go back and let's say I'm going to write this endorsement, share on social media, and you're a friend, you see my post, you say, well, I'm going to check this candidate out. You'll go right to the candidate's profile. And here, you don't have to sign up right away. You can go to the ballot and you can look at candidates and you can watch videos. But let's say you do want to sign up here. Again, it's totally free. It's a couple of clicks. And now you're on the ballot here and you can, favorite this candidate, Turner as number 1, write an endorsement, share on social media. Again, it kind of goes around and around. One quick thing is that when a new candidate comes into the race, I'm going to get notified. So I don't get notified every day or anything like that, but just if a new candidate enters the race, now I can see here that this is a new candidate on my ballot, and maybe I check him out, right? And I do the same thing, as I do with all the other candidates, go through the evaluation, maybe give them a score, check on endorsements, and do all that. And now I decide, he's going to be my second choice. So I can click on second choice, second becomes third, third becomes fourth, excuse me. And now I can, start, going to that next step of evaluation. But the more I think about it, the more I think I want this candidate to be third and that candidate to be fourth. Again, I have that full flexibility of reviewing candidates, seeing candidates, sharing candidates, doing all of that stuff. And then I can move on to, the fifth. So anyway, this is a short video. There's lots and lots of other features, but this is a way that we can get money out of politics because candidates don't like to have to spend so much money in politics. They don't like the setup any more than we like the setup. The only winner in this game is Facebook and Twitter and special interest and advocacy groups that want to outspend, all their competitors. Again, the candidates, we've tested it, we've had some betas and stuff. They all love it because it's so inexpensive to be on the platform. It's a couple $100 and that's it. There's no boosts or upsells or any funny business at all. It's really, what the internet does best. Anyway, would love to talk with anyone that wants to learn more about it. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.